The top stories: Ethiopia and Israel forge stronger economic partnerships at Landmark Business Forum in Addis Ababa. And Trade and Regional Integration Minister calls for regional unity as Ethiopia hosts COMESA Week. Hello and welcome to BBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, with the news. I'm Tabitha John. Do stay with us. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said that Ethiopia is in an ideal place for global gatherings and an ultimate destination for meetings, incentives, conventions and exhibitions, MICE. In a social media message published this morning, PM Abiy highlighted the enticing nature of Ethiopia's tourism, business, rich and diverse culture. Quote unquote, as the diplomatic hub of Africa, Ethiopia stands at the forefront of continental affairs, offering a unique blend of business opportunity and cultural richness. With seamless access through Ethiopian Airlines and a world-class airport, arriving here is as effortless as it is inspiring. With modern meeting venues, quality accommodations, and rapidly growing infrastructure, Ethiopia is ideal for global gatherings, Abiy asserted. Add to that its vibrant culture, cuisine, music, and stunning natural beauty, and you've found your ultimate MICE destination. Meet in Ethiopia, extend your stay, he said. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed conferred with Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs Gideon Saar during his visit to Ethiopia yesterday. In a social media post, the Prime Minister stated that, quote unquote, I had productive discussions on Ethio-Israeli relations with Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs Gideon Saar during his visit to Ethiopia. According to the Premier, the relationship of Ethiopia and Israel spans economic, political, diplomatic and social spheres, among many others. Quote unquote, our two nations continue to share a long-standing relationship grounded in historical roots and ancient connections. Today, our partnership spans economic, political, diplomatic and social spheres, among many others, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed underscored. Ethiopian Minister of Foreign Affairs Gideon Timotheus and Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar held high-level talks in Addis Ababa yesterday, signaling a strong mutual commitment to reinforcing the historic and multifaceted diplomatic relations between their nations. The meeting, which followed Minister Gideon Timotheus's earlier visit to Israel, underscored the deep-rooted friendship and strategic importance both countries place on their partnership. During their comprehensive discussions, both ministers focused on strengthening bilateral cooperation across various sectors and addressing shared regional and international concerns, including the critical issue of terrorism. Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheus reciprocated the sentiment, expressing his pleasure in hosting his counterpart. Listen to this.
We are also very glad to see that you came with a very large and very serious business delegation. We believe that ties in investment, trade and economic cooperation between the two countries would serve as an anchor to a comprehensive strategic partnership between Israel and Ethiopia. Our relationship is multifaceted and the areas of cooperation are varied. Israeli technical cooperation has been, for example, very important in transforming horticulture practices in Ethiopia. Particularly our avocado exports have boomed thanks to Israeli technical cooperation. We believe that there is an immense potential to expand our cooperation further, both in the economic and security fields. Terrorism is a threat both to Israel and Ethiopia, as well as the global community. So our continued and strengthened cooperation in this sector is very important to counter terrorism in the Horn of Africa and in the Middle East. And I hope that your visit will provide further impetus and momentum to this growing and very critical partnership for both countries.
Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar also highlighted Ethiopia's crucial role as a regional partner, explaining his choice for his first visit to Africa as foreign minister.
This is my first visit to Africa as Israel's foreign minister. I choose to begin here in Ethiopia, which demonstrates the importance of your country to us. We see Ethiopia as a partner, important partner, and we want to upgrade relationship between the countries in all aspects. Ethiopia is a gateway to Africa for us. Much thanks to Ethiopian Airlines. It operates direct and regular flights between our countries. We arrived here on one of them today, and Ethiopian Airlines continued flying to Israel almost without interruption during the war and served tens of thousands of Israelis and Ethiopians.
The first Global Public Security Cooperation Forum was held in Addis Ababa on May 5th, Monday. Present at the forum included the Ethiopian Federal Police Commissioner General Demelash ገብረ-Mikael, Chairman of the Global Public Security Cooperation Forum Andi Tsang Wang-Hui, members of the Eastern Africa Police Chiefs Cooperation, and representatives of police commissions from various African countries. During the occasion, Commissioner General Demelash ገብረ-Mikael indicated that the forum gives priority to collective security, adding that Ethiopia is making significant contribution to foster peace at the continental level. By participating at the Global Public Security Forum, Ethiopia raised key issues of public safety. Andi Tsang, chairman of the Global Public Security Cooperation Forum, indicated that the forum is making global efforts to address conflicts and their root causes. The forum strives to ensure lasting peace and development at the global level, he said, adding that implementing innovative ideas is another dimension, thereby upholding public well-being and fostering collaboration for economic development. Participants of the forum on their part said that the Global Public Security Cooperation Forum offers a significant opportunity to work collaboratively in preventing terrorism. Recall that Ethiopia has been elected as Board of Director of the Global Public Security Cooperation Forum. Ethio-Israel Business Forum has kicked off today with the aim of enhancing trade and investment cooperation between the two nations. In his opening remarks, Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheos emphasized that this forum underscores a pivotal shift in Ethiopia's foreign policy, highlighting that economic diplomacy has evolved from a supplementary pursuit to the central engine driving the country's international engagements. Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs Gideon Saar has also commended Ethiopia's ongoing economic reforms, highlighting their potential to enhance macroeconomic stability and attract increased foreign investment. Nisa reports.
Ethiopia and Israel enjoy long-standing bilateral relations, which dates back to ancient times, ties inspired by shared values and concerns evolving to modern cooperation. Over the years, these engagements have expanded across key areas including agriculture, water management, health, defense, technology, and education. Ethio-Israeli Business Forum has kicked off aiming to harness trade and investment cooperation between the two nations. Speaking on the occasion, Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheos has reiterated that this forum signals that economic diplomacy is no longer a supplementary pursuit, rather it is the very engine of Ethiopian foreign policy. The minister further added that Ethiopia is committed to boost economic cooperation between the two countries.
This forum signals that Ethiopia is committed to the economic cooperation between the two countries. Ethiopia is undergoing a bold and comprehensive economic reform anchored in our homegrown economic reform agenda. We are moving from a state-led model to one driven by the dynamism and creativity of the private sector. We are shifting from sectoral silos to integrated multi-sectoral development. Key pillars of our reform journey include the liberalization of strategic sectors, privatization of select state-owned enterprises, expansion of the digital economy and e-government services, agricultural modernization, and agro-industrialization. as well as the establishment of a national capital market, marking the historic launch of the Ethiopian Securities Exchange.
Gideon has highlighted that Ethiopia offers not just investment opportunities, but a strategic gateway to one of Africa's largest, youngest and most dynamic markets.
For Israeli businesses, Ethiopia offers not just investment opportunities, but a strategic gateway to one of Africa's largest, youngest and most dynamic markets. With a population of over 120 million, a growing skilled workforce, expanding infrastructure, and strategic location in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia is well positioned as a launch pad into the African continent.
Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs Gideon Sa'ar, for his part, has lauded the current direction of Ethiopian government in the promotion of economic reforms.
I spoke today with the delegation of our business people, and I felt that there is a strong willingness to make business in Ethiopia, to work in Ethiopia. Very simple. We, first of all, believe in Ethiopia. We believe in the current direction of the government promoting economic reforms, opening the markets. We see the percentage of growth, so it is very easy to see that within a short time, relatively, this will be a very strong market and economy. And we want to be a part of your success, of the fulfillment of the Ethiopian dream, as much as we want you to be part of Israel's success.
Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheus further has called on Israeli business persons not only to invest in Ethiopia, but also to a more resilient, inclusive and prosperous future, and to engage in more ambitious partnerships, new initiatives and transformative collaborations.
And finally, Trade and Regional Integration Minister Kasahun Gofe says Ethiopia is committed to the COMESA Free Trade Area implementation to participate in regional and global trading systems. This remark was made at the second COMESA Institutions Awareness Forum taking place in Addis Ababa as part of the COMESA Week. Shagao Yamato has more.
The second Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA Institutions Awareness Forum themed Accelerating Regional Integration through the Development of Regional Value Chains in Climate Resilient Agriculture, Mining and Tourism is taking place in Addis Ababa. Officially opening the Today Continental Forum, Ethiopian Minister of Trade and Regional Integration Kasahun Gofe emphasized the primary emphasis of the event as it aligns with Ethiopia's commitment to economic diversification and resilience. As a founding member of COMESA, the minister pointed out that Ethiopia is determined to African integration within the framework of the regional bloc. The recent economic policy reforms and trade policies have aligned with international standards, advanced the COMESA free trade area to engage effectively in regional and global markets, he added. Gofe reaffirmed his nation's commitment to unlock the full potential and ensure sustainable, inclusive growth for all COMESA member states and the region at large.
I would like to reaffirm Ethiopia's strong commitment to regional and global economic integration. As a founding member of COMESA, Ethiopia places great emphasis on African integration, particularly within the COMESA framework. Through the comprehensive economic policy reforms undertaken in recent years, we have substantially aligned our trade regime with international standards and practices. Ethiopia remains fully committed to the COMESA free trade area and continues to work diligently to harmonize in trade policies, ensuring active participation in regional and global trading systems.
COMESA Secretary General for her part stated that the event reflects a shared recognition that Africa's sustainable development depends on building resilient, competitive and inclusive value chains in sectors central to economic growth and livelihoods. Lauding Ethiopia's long-standing commitment to the growth of Pan-African cooperation, the Secretary General reaffirmed COMESA's unwavering commitment to working collaboratively with member states to realize a prosperous Africa.
I reaffirm COMESA's unwavering commitment to working collaboratively with our member states, the private sector, development partners, civil society, to realize our shared vision of a prosperous, inclusive, industrialized, and resilient Africa, where no one is left behind and where regional value chains serve as engines of sustainable growth and socio-economic transformation.
On her part, Chairperson of the General Assembly of COMESA Federation of Women in Business emphasized the critical role of women in contributing for the realization of regional integration.
As we navigate the complexities of trade agreements and protocols, let us not overlook the immense potential that lies within our women entrepreneurs and traders. I would like to call on all the COMESA institutions and organs to work with COMFIB on enhancing the participation of women in business.
The two-day Continental Forum is seen as both timely and relevant and underscores the region's urgent need to embrace innovation, resilience, and sustainable industrial development in an evolving global landscape.
You're watching ABC World, a recap of the stories making headlines. Ethiopia and Israel forged stronger economic partnership at landmark business forum in Addis Ababa. And Trade and Regional Integration Minister calls for regional unity as Ethiopia hosts COMESA Week. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
The Secretary General for the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA. COMESA and its institutions reaffirms its unwavering commitment to ensuring regional integration through trade and investment. In alignment with the COMESA Treaty and the AU Agenda 2063, we remain resolute in building trade and investment systems that leave no one behind, ensuring that every woman and youth has access to essential services is a responsible strategic investment in the continent's future. However, persistent gender gaps in economic opportunities, as well as lack of access to finance, technology, education, in addition to complex trade regulations, present considerable barriers to entrepreneurial ambitions for youth and women. The establishment of the COMESA Federation Women in Business, COMFIB, is a commitment of the COMESA member states to the immense potential of women and youth entrepreneurs in driving economic progress across the continent. Moreover, initiatives are underway to empower women and youth entrepreneurs through capacity building, mentorship, and vital networking opportunities. Efforts are also focused on increasing women's participation in the COMESA free trade area. COMESA recently achieved a significant milestone, our 30th anniversary. For 3 decades now, we have championed regional integration, achieving remarkable progress in trade facilitation, transport infrastructure, project financing, gender and social development, agriculture, industrial promotion, and strengthening our institutions.